Well, this is day 6 in Japan, and this morning we are going to Fushimi Inaru, which is this like hike through these gates up the mountains, and we're going super early so we can try avoid tourists. And as you can see, the streets empty, completely empty. This is a main road and I'm walking in the middle of it. Probably not the best idea, but hang on, this looks rad. I gotta take a photo. Here we go. This is also today's bucket shot, by the way. An early rise and an early train to see the Fushimi Inari gates. And I tell you what, this saying really rang true. The early bird gets the worm. And I was so incredibly glad that I came early because there was almost no people, which I was stoked about. I had this specific shot in mind. And it was a shot looking down through the tunnel of gates, perfectly lined up. So I walked through, found the perfect spot, and snapped up bucket shot number 6, Fushimi Inari gates. And I was stoked with this one. It was great to get a bucket shot done so early in the day. The only thing left to do was climb all the way to the top. As I was hiking up that mountain, I started to reflect a little bit on the past few days. I had been booking it for 6 days straight. I had not stopped, trying to see as much as I could. Because I wasn't there for long. 7 days is not a long time. So being stuck on a hike really got me thinking. I started to reflect a little bit on the last few days. And I really started to realize that this journey was coming to an end. That I had been living out my dream for these past few days, but it was about to be over. And so as I continued to hike up that mountain, I really just felt so thankful for those days that I had had. The rest of the day in Kyoto was filled with more sightseeing and exploring, seeing some more beautiful locations, and continuing to reflect on those thoughts that I had while I was hiking in the morning. I was literally living out my dream. And I thought it was only right to end the day, kind of how I started the day, at a beautiful shrine overlooking the city, taking some beautiful photos. Time to say goodbye to Kyoto, almost time to say goodbye to Japan, but I'm heading back to Tokyo. I'm going to drop the big bag, this big dog, off at the airport, and then hopefully explore a little bit more of Tokyo before my flight. My flight leaves at like 10 o'clock tonight, so I've got a little bit of time. It's currently 9:30. I'm about to head to the train station to get the bullet train back to Tokyo. My train's at 10, and then I'll have like, at least 5 or 6 hours in Tokyo to kind of explore around a little bit more, get some last minute captures, maybe do some time lapses. But yeah, it's gonna be sad to leave, but also am excited to go home. So super keen. Also, last night's dinner, I had yakitori across the road. It was freaking mental. It was so good. If you're ever in Kyoto looking for somewhere to eat, I'll let you know where to go because it was just so good. Alright, another bullet train, another kind of stressful changeover at a train station, so I'm not really going to film it. I'm going to pick back up in Tokyo. Or maybe on the bullet train, who knows. And so came my last day in Japan. the realization that this journey was over. It was time to go home. As I come back into the city and I reflect on my time here in Japan, this really has been a dream come true. My passion has always been to capture the world around me in many different ways, shapes and forms, but I think the end goal, dream, vision has been to get paid to travel the world and to capture it. And that's what this trip was all about. And while I didn't get paid for it, it was still a dream come true. And these bucket shots, these 7 photos, are going to be something that I remember for a long time. It's photos that I'll cherish forever, that I'll show to my kids, my family, my friends. They're going to be these timeless photos that I have. So I think bucket shot number 7 is going to be the photo of Mount Fuji on the bullet train, but it wasn't one that I took today. It was one that I took on Friday when I was coming from Tokyo to Kyoto. I had a better angle and I also had a bigger lens, so we're going to go with that. Cheating a little bit, but that completes the 7 bucket shots in Japan. Well, there you have it. It's the end of my journey and our journey together. I hope you really enjoyed coming along with me on this journey, there's that word again, but having a look through my trip to Japan and reflecting on these bucket shots, these 7 photos. What I said, in 2023 on April 17th still rings true today. Those photos mean something to me. They are significant. And while it's been, 3 years since I've actually shared them with the world, I've kept them hidden for so long for some silly reason. These photos are now yours. They're the world's. They're for everyone to see. But they're also mine. I completed my goal. I took 7 of these beautiful photos that I get to call mine now. I lived out my dream for 7 days in Japan. I loved it. And as much as I know that I will feel that feeling again one day, if I don't get to feel that, it was worth it. The trip was worth it. And I will continue to chase that feeling for the rest of my life. Continue to take these bucket shot photos that I have. It's what I want to do with the rest of my life. I live to capture the world around me. I didn't expect to get emotional. There's so much more that I could say, but I think I'm going to leave that where it is. Thank you so much for journeying with me through these photos, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.